When you move out, don't throw it out. We refer to it as WIMO. That's kind of short for the letters. Um, is a program that is run currently out of the Office of Campus Sustainability. It is entering its 14th year of existence as a program at BGSU. When it started, actually for its first 5 or 6 years of existence, it was a program out of the Office of Residence Life. I was working in Residence Life as an associate director. Kind of came up with the idea that, and we actually got the idea from another school at the time down in Texas, that when students move out of their residence halls, their apartments and things like that at the end of the school year, there just was a lot of things being thrown away, a lot of stuff, I guess, being left behind. Abandoned, but mostly the concern over just how much stuff was generated and thrown away that was still good, that could be used by others in need, that could be used by students or other members of the community. Everything from non-perishable food to clothing to personal items, school supplies, and furniture, and everything in between. When items are donated by students into the collection boxes, I have student volunteers for the program and also a couple of interns that work for me for other projects that help me out. They go around and from hall to hall and actually pick up the donations. So they collect the donations pretty much on a daily basis. When it gets to be really, really crowded, they'll pick up a couple times a day. But to collect all those things and transport them over to our main sorting site, which is in the Harshman Community Room, in the Harshman Residence Hall. And when those are brought over there, they are sorted, kind of like a store almost, put into different areas of the room on tables and boxes and things, so that it looks like a great big store, kind of like a Walmart or something of that sort. So that's the initial phase of the sorting, to get a little bit of organization to it, to have everything out. That's all done by volunteers. Then we have a list of nonprofit organizations, food pantries, shelters, and other nonprofits that we have traditionally benefited over the years, including others that have seen about the program and then ask us if they could maybe benefit as well. What we do is schedule times for these charities to come after everything is sorted and placed, and that's after students have left campus for the most part. So it's usually the third week in May. And then we schedule them a time, a 45-minute period, an hour period, to come. They bring a truck or something, a couple representatives from their organization to come, basically give them a shopping cart, the representative of that shelter or whatever, and say, select the items that you need for your clients, for your beneficiaries of your organization. And then, place them into your vehicles. And that's pretty much as simple as that. The two main things that are done separately is the food pantry thing is kind of done separately from the other items, because the food is, food pantries are kind of, usually pretty much all what they want is food rather than other items. So there always seems to be plenty to go around. Probably the shift, or a little bit of a change that we started last year and they're continuing with this year, is that we would like to try to benefit our own students a little bit more from the standpoint of providing some of these items to students for reuse. We have, one of the things we experimented with this year was a couple of thrift store sales during the year where we made some of those items available. Dr. Mazie, had expressed an interest in collecting some things that international students would be able to utilize. We have international students who aren't accustomed to the BG winter. Maybe they didn't come prepared with jackets, boots, things of that sort, and know what they were going to encounter here. So we pulled a lot of that sort of stuff to utilize for those events. And we still seem to have plenty of stuff, to benefit many, many organizations as well as our own students.